First of all, apologies for not speaking in Kannada. So, Kannada swalpa baratile. That's it. So, please allow me to express my emotions in English. And Marathi. That I can, but then most people may not understand. Although Marathi and Kannada are language sisters, and there are a lot of similarities between the two. So, my dear Prakash Dada, Mandavahini, my wife Savita, Dr. Rajani ma'am, Preeti, Vaman, Dr. Rajendra, Madam Pankaja, and Mr. Chairman, Dr. Nagaraj sir. It's a humbling moment for me for many reasons. First of all, this is an honor conferred by an organization in another state than where I have been functioning for more than last 3 decades. Karnataka, the neighboring state. Sometimes neighbors' praise is more worthy than the praise that you receive at home. And we people, Maharashtrian people, regard Karnataka as our sister because this is a land of rich heritage, rich culture, craft, education, entrepreneurship. And both these lands have a historic relationship between the two. Leave apart that Belgavi issue. But I'm talking about the culture and the common people like you and me who have taken culturally so many things from each other, right? And that's why this is a great honor that it comes from a rich land of Karnataka. Secondly, the name Dr. Ashok Pai, who has been a pioneer in mental health in this state, there's a very interesting and important connect between both of us, and that is cinema. And that is why I'm very privileged to have this honor, which is in his name. I have been a creative consultant, as was mentioned, for this film Kasav, which won the Golden Lotus 2 years back. Also, they did not mention, but Devrai, which is the first ever feature film made on schizophrenia, which won the national award. I was also a creative consultant to that film. So, I have been associated with films, and also at our Thane center, we regularly arrange a mental health film festival for last 8 years. So, which is in our city of Thane, which is in Maharashtra. That city, incidentally, also has a very huge mental asylum. So, in Maharashtra, if you say that you stay in Thane, people give you a stigmatized look, right? And when I say that I am a psychiatrist practicing in Thane, they give you a double stigmatized look. So we run Manataranga, this mental health film festival there very regularly, which is attended by hundreds of people. Also, we have been using films as a material of mental health awareness for a very long time. We have a library on different mental health themes and short films, which now is around 200 strong from the whole of world. And we run regular community programs on parenting, on stress management, completely based on films, short films and film clips. We also have this Manataranga mental health film club, which meets every 6 weeks. And we have regular screenings and discussions, and all these activities are completely free of charge. So we have been using cinema quite extensively in our work, and that is one interesting association. We also have our own complete audio-visual unit with a studio backup with editing facilities, and we have a dedicated YouTube channel as well. So those of you who are interested, please subscribe to our channel Avahan IPH. That is a free channel on YouTube. And just 2 days back, on 26th January, we have released a new film made by us. It's called Faith Beyond Fear. That's the work of Dr. Bharat Watwani, who won the Magsaysay Award this year. So we have made a 25-minute film on him. There was a YouTube premiere on the midnight of 26 January. The film is there. So go to our channel and just type Faith Beyond Fear, and you will see this 25-minute film that we have made, which is our recent production. Then there is a long playlist. There are few items in English, many items are in Marathi, because we want to reach out to local people. So that is another reason why I feel privileged to get associated with this award. And the next important reason is that I am getting this award in presence of Prakash Dada and Manda Vahini. It was 1977 when I first went to Hemalkasa. I met Baba in 76 when I was a young first MBBS student. And 76 I first went to Anandvan. 77 I first went to Hemalkasa. I have seen those days, and I'll share some anecdotes with you. We were having our food without that electricity, and we had arranged a donation of a refrigerator that runs on kerosene for them at that time. And there was one Parsi family in Waradi in Mumbai who had a refrigerator that ran on kerosene. And we procured that and we mailed it to Hemalkasa. So those were the days. So we were having food, and me and my friend was there, Arun was there, Gadre. So we were there, and Manda Vahini was giving us food, and a case of cerebral malaria came, the one that he mentioned. And Manda Vahini told us that I am coming, go to the ward, take BP, take pulse, and start IV. So we are working, I was in KEM, he was in JJ. We went to the ward, IV, laga dete, you know. And then we suddenly realized there was no electricity. And we had given a lot of IVs in our wards, right? And here there was this flickering kandil, no? And expectantly, the volunteer or the ward person was expecting us, and we could not see the vein. First you have to see the vein. And then it was like, blindfolded, 2, 3, 4. The pain tolerance of the tribals is very good. So nobody uttered a word, and we were desperate, both of us. And then Manda Vahini came and she realized, okay, these people are struggling. Timanali thamba. And with one go, the saline and the glucose started. So this is where actually with Hemalkasa, with Baba, with Prakash Dada, with Vikas Dada, my journey to look differently at medicine started. And that is why this is a very, very special occasion for me. Also, the center, Muktangan De-Addiction Center that was mentioned, it was inaugurated by Baba, first day, when I was comparing there. This was on 30th of August 1986. And when we completed 30 years, Prakash Dada and Manda Vahini were chief guests, where again I compared 30 years of Muktangan De-Addiction Center. Also, both Prakash Dada and Vahini have been behind me in many of our projects. We started 10 years back Dvija Puraskar. Dvija Puraskar is mental health recoveries, which is all Maharashtra. Now it has become all country with the social media. Recoveries from major mental illnesses and their caregivers, we give them Puraskar, which is called as Dvija Puraskar. And they have to come out and talk about them. The Dvija Puraskar is also there on our channel. Last year's Dvija Puraskar film is there, so you can see that. Last year we had one girl from Tezpur. We have given one lady from Chennai, because now it has become national, right? Because with social media we are getting so many caregivers and patients who are sending their stories to us. And that is where in the first Dvija Puraskar, Prakash Dada and Mandavahini had come. So that also started with them. So there are so many associations, and that is why I feel extremely privileged. Just a point about the work that we are doing. I got this idea of destigmatization or working with people when I knew nothing about psychiatry. Actually, it so happened that when I was a young undergraduate student of medicine, a book was given to me. It's called Medical Nemesis by Ivan Illich. And it talks about medicalization of life and how medicine has become a power and how medicine is using illness to take community and society away from health. So that is what Ivan Illich has tried to say. And one of the editors in Marathi gave me this book and said, will you translate it in Marathi? This English book. It's a bestseller. It is available. When I read that book, this was in 77, 78, same time when I came in touch with Baba, Prakash Dada and Vikas Dada. So I read that book and I said that rather than translating it, I will adapt it to Indian situation. That's how my first book came. It is called Vaidyak Satta. Satta means power. Vaidyak means medicine. Now while doing research for this book, I started developing a point of view that only biomedical view of medicine is very restricted, and you need to have a holistic bio-psycho-social kind of approach towards medicine. And to pursue that, I entered psychiatry to find that psychiatry is completely biologically oriented. और psychiatry में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We give prescriptions and we only treat the symptoms of the diseases. And we give ECTs and we give organic therapies. And that is when I thought, this is not for what I came to psychiatry. So I knew nothing about psychiatry even at that time. And in my residence quarter room in my first house post, I wrote my dream that I'm going to have an institute, straightway institute, which is going to reduce the distance between society and mental health. And I had also coincidentally named it as IPH only. Only at that time, I was writing this in 1981. So it is now Institute for Psychological Health. At that time, it was psychologically handicapped because in 81, that was the word that was used. So that is how this whole idea came up. It of course changed because we started our work in 1990. And from that point onwards, we have been discovering dimensions of mental health in our work. And I'm very proud to say, especially to Pankaja Madam, that we have almost 150 trained lay mental health activists who run projects entirely on their own. Our helpline Maitra, which is running for 20 years, is completely managed by lay counselors. Our schizophrenia rehabilitation unit is completely managed by caregivers who are lay counselors. So we have around 150 people, lay counselors, we call them activists, working with us in Thane, and almost 25 now in Pune. Pune center is only 1 year old. So we have been working with lay counselors, and we find that lay counselors like you are real inspiration to the society. You are the pillars of destigmatization, not us. Destigmatization comes with one Pankaja Madam, right? And possibly 1,000 psychiatrists, because she represents society. And that is what we have been trying to do in our work as well. And the challenge before mental health is, number one, to come out of the clinical model where we only focus on symptoms and reaching out to health and development, which is such an important aspect of mental health spectrum. And at our work, we have been working with athletes, we have been working with commandos, we have been working with executives, we have been working with teachers, parents, you name the group, and we have been working with them. And that is why at IPH, the stigma is reduced, because when people come to our premises, they see celebrities visiting. They see young athletes, they see actors, they see singers who have come for mentoring. And so then they feel that not mentally ill people go there. So that is something, the dimensions that we have tried to evolve in the field of mental health in this journey of 30 years. There have been so many ups and downs, but movements like this give us a lot of inspiration. So I accept this honor in the name of all my colleagues, volunteers, and all my client families. We don't call them patients, we call everybody as our clients. So on behalf of all these people, I humbly accept this honor. Thank you so much.